session? Yes? Okay. Welcome. Welcome to 6.2, the official patch notes for Dead by Daylight that have been released today, this Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. I'm your teacher, Miss Liz, and let's talk about some things. Let's see what we're gonna jump into. We jump into these games. Hello, Jinx. Welcome in. Welcome to class. So we are dealing with Wesker. His perks. When a survivor performs a fast vault within 8 meters of you, the perk activates. The next time you vault a window, your vaulting speed is increased by 40%. This perk deactivates after vaulting a window, has a 30-second cooldown. Superior Anatomy. So, when a survivor fast vaults within 8 meters, you will then vault 40% faster every 30 seconds. It's pretty crazy. Kind of reminds me of like Quick and Quiet in a way. Because I think Quick and Quiet is every 30 seconds too.
Gonna spread my wings. Sweet 16. Oh, the time is flying. Oops, sorry for disrupting class. Oh, hope you had a lovely trip with Morsel. Love you and this community. KBYE, sorry again for disrupting class.
Sweet 16. Oh. Marvin, we've talked about you disrupting class every time. This is why you sit in the back. Morsel. Morsel. Marvin, thank you for 16 months. Welcome back in. What a time to join class. Thank you for coming in off your spring break. Winter, summer break. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Welcome to class. What day is it? It's August 30th, 2022. Write it down your papers so you don't forget. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. That's his first perk. His second perk is Awakened Awareness. When carrying a survivor, you can see the aura of other survivors within 20 meters of your position. This will be really great with Starstruck, Agitation, just a lot of things of that nature. This class is very disruptive today. Very. Did you not hear the bell? No, it's not a fire drill, it's the bell. Please stay seated. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there will be a quiz later. No, the fire drill will not get you out of it. Thank you. Show up a class, you bring your teacher food so they don't get mad. Just because you brought me a jar of peanut butter does not mean you don't stop to give me 2 boxes of tissues. Everybody needs to give me 2 boxes of tissues. I'm a snotty girl. Thank you. Lordy Lou. New perk Terminus. When the exit gates are powered, this burst activates. While the perk is active, injured, down, and hooked survivors are inflicted with the broken status effect until exit gates are open. When exit gates are open, survivors will stay broken for an additional 30 seconds. This is your anti-adrenaline perk. Curious how many people are going to be actually running this. I feel like we'll see it a lot today just because it's one of the new perks. It doesn't... I want to say like it doesn't seem that powerful, but then I'm thinking of like all the endgame perks, and I guess it could be quite powerful. So that will be something we'll have to wait and see. I might take off adrenaline today because of this perk and to try out other perks. I'm not really sure yet. We'll get through it. I've never been very good without my phone on. Sorry. New survivor Ada. Wiretap after paying a gen for a total of 33%. This perk activates after paying a gen for at least 3 seconds. Install a spy trap, which stays active for 80 seconds. The aura on the trapped generator is revealed in yellow to all survivors. When the killer comes within 14 meters of the trapped gen, their aura is revealed to all survivors. Damaging the gen destroys the wiretap. So think of it kind of like Blast Mine. However, it's kind of like putting Kindred on the generator. I feel like is the best way to describe it. You're activating Kindred on a generator for 80 seconds. As long as the killer doesn't break it. I will say, damaging the gen destroys the wiretap. I feel like people are going to run Blast Mine with this. Because then if the killer tries to break it, it'll like stun the killer. And then if he decides not to like try to break it again, he wouldn't have actually broken it. And this would still stay active because he didn't technically damage the gen. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. That's what that perk was. Wasn't worth a wiretap. I was so confused as to why I could see the killer. Yeah, that's why we're rereading them, because I myself need to remind myself as well. That's why I need to read these things like 10 times over. Reactive healing. When another survivor loses a health state in a 32-meter radius around you while you are injured, Instantly increase your healing progression by 50% of the missing healing progression. When another survivor gets injured within 32 meters of you and you're injured, it instantly increases your healing progression by half of what you're missing. So it won't ever fully heal you. If you're like not healed at all and somebody gets hit, you're gonna get half healed. If you are half healed, you'll get to 75. If you're 80, you'll go to 90. So this won't like, this isn't 50% of missed healing. It's like 50% of the missing healing progression. It's not like 50% of healing. It's like 50% of what you're missing. So it'll never actually just like heal you. But I will say, well, I guess people wouldn't run it with resilience. That wouldn't be a good idea. How many interruptions are we gonna have in class today? I don't even have a witty one for that. I don't have enough caffeine in me right now. I don't even know what to, I don't even know. Go take your call outside, please. Thank you. Right, Marvin. So I was gonna say, like, if you're 99 and you've like resilience and you don't want to get like full healed, it wouldn't full heal you though. It would like half of whatever you're missing. If you're 0, it like the most benefit would be if you haven't healed at all, because you would get 50%. But the more healed you are, the less benefit you're gonna receive from this. But then I guess if you're like on a gen with somebody and you're like not healed at all, you could finish the gen, get yourself half healed. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. Hello, Fergnator. It was great. How are you? We also have low profile, which I know they fixed. When you become the last survivor standing, this perk activates. Hide your scratch marks, pools of blood, and grunts of pain for 90 seconds. Was it 90 seconds? I thought it was like hide these things. Was there a timer on it before? I don't recall the timer. That might be new. The 90 seconds might be new. The other thing was, I know it's our song. Our song is on. When you become the last survivor standing, the best way I can describe this is like going against Pinhead, where the chains won't activate if all your teammates are like dying or hooked. If you are running around injured, uninjured, whatever, and like 2 of your teammates are hooked and one's like on the ground, and the chain hunt has started, it will not activate on you because you're the last survivor standing. Like, you're the last person that can actually do anything to save the team. So think in those moments that like everybody else is incapable, that's when this will activate. And it hides your scratch marks, your blood, and your sound for 1.5 minutes. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I don't remember this time thing, but if this was recent, then I think it's probably a good thing. If you run Resurgence and your saver gets hit, you're auto 75. Right, exactly. It's always half. It's always half. Okay, so those are Ada's. She has Wiretap, Reactive Healing, Low Profile. Rebecca has Better Than New. I do remember talking about this one, which is pretty cool. Jams out on desk. I was about to be like, okay, Marvin. Better Than New. Upon completing a healing action on another survivor, targeted survivor gets a 16% speed boost to healing, opening chests, and cleansing and blessing totems. Survivors keep the bonus till they lose a health state. So you get a 16% bonus to healing, chests, cleansing, blessing, everything that's not a generator. Well, I guess not opening exit gates. Basically not objective things. Like, healing is altruistic. I guess chests are objective, but, like, I don't know what you really, like, it's opening a chest. It's getting an item. It's getting an object. That's why it's under objective, okay? It's getting an object. But, like, gens, opening the gates, like, saboing, like, none of those things. It's basically, like, healing, cleansing, blessing. It's basically what it said. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to explain. But it's not for generators. And this works.
That's a great top.
Thank you, Scalum. Happy 31 months. Marcel got it for me. It's a St. Jude sweater. It's so cozy. This 16% remains until they lose a health state. So if they just like don't lose a health state for the rest of the game, like that remains. That remains. But it doesn't benefit on gens or anything like that. It benefits on like healing and things like that. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't think it's too powerful because it doesn't benefit on gens. It doesn't benefit on exit gates. It doesn't benefit in like bullying the killer and like saboing hooks and like making crazy plays. It just benefits like healing each other, opening chests, cleansing and blessing totems. So pretty cool. Unless people want to run it with like a blessing totem perk, then like maybe, but I don't know. Low profile would be a power perk. I mean, it's in those moments that like you get like everyone's down like 5 gens and you're like, great, I'm the last survivor. That like it helps those moments to kind of like prolong the game and not just have the game end quick. So Last time it was 45 seconds, now it's 30. The second last time? I don't recall. Reassurance. This I might put on a tryout. When within a 6-meter radius around a hook survivor, oh, 6 meters, that's really close. I forgot how close this was. Use the active ability button 2 to pause their struggle progression for 30 seconds. If they're on the struggle phase, it also pauses the struggle skill checks. Reassurance can only be triggered once per survivor per hook instance. Once per survivor. Wait a minute. Am I reading this right? Did they change it where, like, not multiple people can do it? Or can multiple people still do it? You yourself. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. So, if you run up to somebody within 6 meters, whichever hook they're on, you can add 30 seconds to their progression. Pause their struggle progression. If they're on the struggle phase, it also pauses the skill checks. So if 4 survivors run, or 3 survivors run it, it reduces, it's 45, now it's not 30? It's been 30. It's been 30 since the last patch update we looked at, because you can still add 90 seconds to the timer, making the total hook state, what, 60 plus 90, 150 seconds? So both hook states would put you at 300 seconds, which would put you at 5 minutes on the hook instead of 2 minutes on the hook, which is pretty insane. It also just buys you time. Also, if killers are like camping and things like that. I'm not a math major. Listen, I think I got that right on the first go. Thanks, Canada. Canada really just put my brain on straight. I may try this. This seems very beneficial. Even if you don't chain it, just those extra, you're adding an extra minute to every person's hook. You're adding an extra 3 minutes to the game if people aren't like insta-saving and things like that. That's the problem with it. A lot of people insta-save. And they already take those like 40-ish seconds of like getting the hooked survivor. So it depends on how your teammates play. If you're playing with friends, like absolutely. But if you're playing with people that insta-save, like, you know, poutine is brain food. Dude, I did have some poutine.
Wah.
Wow. Red Panda Lover, thank you for 8 months. Thank you for the streak. How are you? What perk will you remove? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I might take off adrenaline for a bit just because of the anti-adrenaline perk. But we'll see. We'll feel things out. We'll try things out today. There's a lot of things to still read through. We are here on the patches, so she'll go faster, I promise. But like also I want to know everything and I need to read everything. Hyper focus, that's what I need to do. Oh, wait, I forgot about this perk. See, I want to run this one. I'm running this one because I want to have a mini game within my game. Thank you. After hitting a great skill check while repairing or healing, this perk gains 1 token up to 6 tokens. Each token increases the chance of skill check triggers by 4%, the skill check cursor speed by 4%, and the bonus progression for great skill checks by 30% of its base value. The perk loses all tokens in case of a normal skill check success, skill check fail, or if you stop performing the action by any means. I want to hyper focus today, so like, screw reassurance. I don't need to be reassured. I need to hyper focus. I'm a hyper focus girl. English is hard. Hyper focus girl. She hyper focuses. Thanks, ADHD. These are Rebecca's perks. Maybe the hardest perk to get all the value in the game token wise. I don't even care. I'm here for fun. Did you not just hear me? I'm here for a mini game. I've been going to bed at a reasonable hour. Not anymore. I'm so sorry. I did that to you guys. I really missed you guys. I really did. But I also really missed Marcel. So I had a lovely time with Marcel and plenty of time. Okay, so I want to read about this. New features, streamer options. It's for PC only. I'm sure they'll increase it past that, but for now it's just PC only. Yeah, I want a game within a game. Exactly. These privacy options are available under the privacy section of the general tab in the options menu, intended to help reduce targeting and harassment of players who stream the game. Privacy section in the general tab of the options. Options, general, privacy, anonymous mode. Replace your account name with your selected character's name for other players. Players who you group up with will still see your account name. On. Done. Thank you. So anonymous mode replaces your account name with your selected character's name for other players. Players in a group will still see your account name. So if Misty grouped up with me, Misty would still see it's me because we're friends. Anybody else won't see my name. They'll just see Kate Denson. I'm curious to see how this looks from the other side, which I'm sure I'll went into other people that are also anonymous. If you can click on their profile still, curious about that as well. I guess I'll keep reading. I'll keep reading. Stake out to help with hyperfocus. That would be great, but I only have like 1 perk slot to give up, and that would be adrenaline right now. I'm not giving up distortion. Distortion is such a game changer, and fixated sprint burst will never leave my heart. So I don't know. I don't want to like make a whole different build on it. I think I just want to run it for funsies. I want to run hyperfocus for funsies and just like keep myself really like snatched with my skill checks. You know what I'm saying? Keep them really up there for those merciless storm doctors, you know? Okay. Hide your name. Replaces your own name with your selected character's name as your own on your own screen. Elsewhere in the menus, your account name will appear as you and be hidden in your friend list. Hide your name. What the? What? Wait, there's so many things happening. Why didn't SpongeBob Jam go? Thank you. I was waiting for it. Yes, there we go. Thank you. They added sound music to all the characters. Nice. Okay, so hide your name. Replaces your own name with your selected character's name on your own screen. So it would say Kate Denson. Elsewhere in the menus, if I'm looking and my account shows up, it'll say you and be hidden in your friends list. So people on stream like won't see my name. But anonymous mode replaces your account name with a character's name. Now I'm confused. What's the difference? Oh, it'll be hidden in your friend list. So friends also won't see my name. Oh, you can hide from friends? Dramatic. Of course a dance break in class. Of course. Hide other player names. Replace other player names with their selected characters' names. Okay. Hidden matchmaking delay. Adds a short random delay when entering the matchmaking queue to prevent targeted in-game harassment. Dead by Daylight, you guys are killing it. You guys are killing it for your streamers. Thank you. Adds a short random delay when entering matchmaking queue. So when I hit ready, it may like kind of casually delay randomly. So if somebody continuously is like getting into your lobbies and like bugging you, you can put this on. Improved feature, HUD connection indicators. The in-game connection indicator has been improved to show more detailed information during connection issues stemming from ping and packet loss. Ping is represented by a vertical bar icon. Yellow is over 100 ms. Red is over 200 ms. Vertical bar icon. Packet loss is represented by a double diamond icon. Yellow is 2 to 5%. Red is more than 5%. Your own ping packet loss icons are displayed above the survivor list. Survivor lists. Where would I see that? I don't know. Players are notified when another player is experiencing severe connection issues, red for ping or packet loss. For killer issues, a unique red icon appears above the survivor list for survivors. For survivor issues, a red bar appears next to their name on the survivor list. Oh, in the game, yes, right. During the match, right. So if the killer is having an issue, so those moments that you run into, like, if the game is like kind of laggy and you're like, I don't know if it's me or the killer, it'll tell us now. It'll be like, killer is having an issue. A unique red icon appears above the survivor list for us. And if it's a survivor issue, we'll see it next to which survivor it is. Matchmaking incentives will be active. I'm excited. However, I think it's still on Survivor, and I think it's been on Survivor. So hopefully they don't like pull it again and be like, oops, it was on Survivor all day again. So that's a little... Those moments you play with me, literally, that's what I thought about Zelen. I was like, when I played Zelen, Zelen could be like, oh, I found the issue. Hopefully these actually work, because last time they were only on Survivor. It's been on Killer for a bit. Oh, okay, so it's working. Okay, good. Matchmaking incentive, if you don't know what this is, basically, if the queue is getting long for one side, they'll give an incentive of like an extra 100% blood points on the opposite team, the opposite side, to get people to play on the other side, to even out the queues and make it quicker queues. So if Dead by Daylight has really long Survivor queues, they're gonna give you 100% incentive to play Killer at that time. And if killer queues are really long, they're going to give it 100% bonus to survivors to get people to switch sides and even out the playing field. Photosensitivity warning has been added to the boot sequence of the game. Interesting. It took them this long considering, like, Doctor is photosensitive, but okay. 100% survivor, then 50, then jump to 50 on killer for a bit. Currently 100 survivor on. Nice, nice. That is going to be always besides me. Shh. It's okay, Misty. It's okay. We don't talk about it. Now it's 25. Oh, it was 100 when I clicked on it earlier. Interesting. Interesting. I like it. Medal of Man has been reverted because people were saying it got buffed. Like, nerfed for no reason, and I agree. Blast Mine changed the behavior when placed mine times out. If the mine times out without being triggered, the entire perk deactivates. The server will need repair. Oh, they nerfed Blast Mine. I don't know why I said it like that. Interesting. 100% survivor every time I queued. Nice. Times out without being triggered. Usually the perk would deactivate, and then, well, it wouldn't deactivate, but like once it was timed out, you'd go on another gen and put it on that gen until it like was actually used. You now have to re-earn the mine. So you have to work a gen again to get it again. So now you have to choose when you want to place it. You don't, because I feel like, I guess that's fair, because I feel like you could just like chuck it on whichever gen you were working at the time. And now you have to be more like aware of where you put it and when. So I guess that makes sense to me. I think that makes sense to me. You have to actually think about it now. It actually like requires strategy. RCPD was split into two sides. What I'm happy about is my favorite loop is on both of them, so I'm okay with that. I don't know why I did this, but increased iteration of endurance and haste effects. Oh, I forgot about this. They also buffed the borrowed time, the bib, if you will, built-in borrowed time. Was originally 5 seconds of safe hit, or I guess 5 seconds of an endurance effect, and 5 seconds of 7% haste. It is now 10 seconds of endurance, and the haste has actually been bumped up to 10% instead of 7, which my head is blocking. There you go. So now instead of 5 seconds of endurance and 7% haste, you have 10 seconds of endurance and 10% haste. So that is huge. The other huge thing, which I saved some blood points for, but I didn't think about it until it was kind of too late, reduce the cost of blood whip nodes by about 33%, which, if you want an easier explanation, the value of each blood point has been increased by 50%. So now where you could buy, how do I map this? Where you could buy 10 nodes, you can now buy 15 nodes. Basically, like, yeah, like time and a half, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Where a blood point used to be worth X amount, it's now worth X plus half of X. I don't know why I'm making it all mathy again. It's just basically 50%. So, for example, we'll come on over here. These used to be 3,000. It used to go 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Purple was 6,000. Pink was 7,000. We now have 2,000, 2,500, 3,250. It hurts my brain too. Don't worry. I'm guessing purple is probably 4,000, and then pink is 5,000. It's the 3,250 for me. I don't get it. Where I did see somebody say on Twitter that normally when you would prestige, it would be like 1.5 million, I would say, including that like 20K to prestige. You're now looking at around, I think, 1 million to prestige. I think it's about 1 million to prestige now. Because if you think about it, instead of it, you're taking that 50% off, right? Instead of 1.5 million, you're looking at 1 million, which I think is kind of decent considering. That makes sense to me. I don't know. That seems smoother. The 3250 does not. Mathematically, it should be 1 mil. Exactly. Exactly. That just seems nicer. That makes my brain feel a good type of way. So that's great. Love that. People will be prestiging a lot faster now, but also we have to, you know, prestige the other two guys now and re-perk everybody. Oh, actually, I don't have to re-perk anybody. I just have to get them all. I just have to get them both P3. Just kidding. Just kidding. Tentatively. Okay, bug fixes. This is my favorite part. Oh my god. My favorite part is massive. Okay. Tentatively fix an issue that caused some players to have unknown error pop-ups after the match. Okay, also, they say tentatively, so, like, you may still get this issue. It's tentative. Fix an issue that caused performance drops for users with large friends lists. Pfft, couldn't be me. I hope. Fix an issue that caused survivors to drop too many blood orbs after performing some actions. I did hear about this, so I'm glad they fixed that. Occasionally cause the killer to appear in a survivor slot at custom game lobby. Yikes. It was in custom, so it's okay. Fix an issue that caused the Spirit and Oni's Attack on Titan outfits to appear as body-only cosmetics in the store feature page. Body-only, what? Prevented the game from being launched via accepting an invite Windows Store only. Some players to have incorrect perk levels after the prestige rework. Ooh, drama. Equip cosmetics to revert to default after previewing a different one. Survivors to float in front of the killer after being grabbed while performing various acts. Oh no. Not the Jeebus bug. Not the Jeebus bug. That's my favorite one. I already prestiged someone today and I'm really slow at getting blood points, but also there's the incentives, right? So that's good. That's good. Fix an issue that caused survivors to be misaligned with the Huntress when interrupted while vaulting towards the... What? Okay. Issue that caused broken animation of praying a gen. Made it possible to intentionally delay loading into the trial, causing corrupt intervention to start late? I'm sorry. There was a way to intentionally delay loading into the trials that corrupt would start late? It would just kick you off the gen. I'm sorry, who did that? Who did that? I don't know how they find these things, dude. This is my favorite part. Like, get your popcorn. Get your popcorn. Who did corrupt? Even if it starts late, it's gonna kick you off the gen you were working anyway. Like, what's the point in that? I don't... A delayed squelch. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Oh, no. Cause the aura hiding effect of the knockout perk to apply to survivors not down by a basic attack. Drama. Cause the killer to still be able to kill survivors after Devour Hope Totem is cleansed with using... I did hear about this too. If you were running a Dying and Devour, even if you cleanse the Devour, they could still kill. Like, that was not good, so that has been fixed as well. I have a Boston-filled bun. Yes, that does, Missy. That counts as freaking popcorn. That sounds delicious. Cause the disfigured ear add-on for hack to reduce audio for everyone, and not only the survivor that triggers the trap. Ooh, broken. Cause the status effect icon to display a second time instead of the effect's source. Fix an issue that caused the status effect icon. Display a second time instead of... Oh, okay. Lament configuration to become invisible after being picked up by Cenobite. Drama. Cause the lament configuration to appear in a bush and be inaccessible in the Garden of Joy map. Oh no. Survivors to no longer be able to solve the lament configuration picking it up at the same time as the Cenobite. What the heck? Made it possible to interact with glyphs while holding the lament configuration. Fixed an issue that caused tokens not to be consumed when the dredge returns to the remnant when equipped with the air freshener add-on. Made it possible for the Onryo to demanifest into a hooked survivor, preventing them from being rescued. Bro, why do people do this? May cause the Hillbillies chainsaw sound effects to continue playing the canceling rev in the chainsaw. Okay. Fix an issue that caused the shape to be unable to use the Tombstone Moran survivors currently using the map key or clairvoyance perk. Ooh, okay. Issue that caused survivors to be unable to interact with the white glyph after breaking the mirror. Okay. Eve, how are you? Welcome to class. Fix an issue that caused survivors not to receive a score event after burning the spirit's husk with a flashlight. Okay, not major, but okay. Survivors to receive a burn score after blinding the wraith with the flashlight while uncloaked. Okay, so clearly people weren't getting like burn score effects. Okay. Or events, like score events. Fix an issue that caused survivors not to receive progress towards medic achievement when healing a survivor using for the people. Milk and cookies. Fix an issue that caused survivors to gain progress towards milk and cookies achievement by opening the basement chest without picking up the item. No. Fix an issue that caused survivors sacrificed at the execution cage of atonement not to grant progress towards the Reverend Archive challenge. I heard about that as well. Oh my goodness. Glad to be home. I missed you guys. I missed you guys. I always do. I'm glad I went, but I'm glad to be home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just glad. I'm just all around glad. Fix an issue that caused killers to remain shortly in the falling animation after landing, after vaulting from a certain height. Okay. Cause certain survivors' charms to be misplaced when repairing a gen. Cause the sound effect to be missing when selecting an outfit in the customization. Tooltips overlap other controls in the lobby and console. Cause the virtual cursors. I'm sorry. Fixed an issue that caused the virtual cursors to position itself to the center of the screen when entering the killer lobby with the controller. Okay. Some of the main menu controller buttons did not work. Various inconsistencies between tooltips and lobby. Archive widget open. Sound effect to play even if the widget wasn't open. Okay. Oni's blood-free background sound to continue to play when changing outfits. Hibbley's chainsaw revving sound to play infinitely when canceling the revving. Okay. Cause survivors to have a choppy animation after solving the limit configuration while injured. Yikes. Wow, a lot with the configuration, huh? A lot of bugs with Pinhead. Fixed an issue that caused survivors to not have facial animation when chain interrupted by the Cenobite while solving the configuration. Caused the weapon of Trickster to break during the breaking of pallet animation. I'm imagining his bat just cracking in half, but that's probably not what they mean. They mean like it broke or something. Female survivors' right arms to clip through their right thighs when crouching while injured. Who finds these things? Excuse me, my right arm is clipping through my right thigh. This is a problem. Plague's frosty eyes to appear in front of the camera when vomiting. Ew, creepy. So like when it like backs up to have her vomit, you just see like frosty eyes. No, thank you. Oni's hair to disappear when performing a Mori on Survivor while wearing I know what hair it was. I bet you it's the George Washington hair. I bet you he wears the George Washington hair and he goes to Mori and his hair just goes he's just bald. He's just bald. Issue that caused the players to get stuck in a specific spot near the stairs in the main building and area of close. Okay. Caused a rock with bigger collision to block killer projectiles in Mount Ormond. Oh, drama. Okay. Caused an invisible collision when going up with the outside stair in the main house of Mother Dwelling map. Okay. Enabled survivors to be able to climb onto inaccessible areas on Raccoon City Police Station map while cleansing or blessing a totem. Okay. I'm not going to read all that stuff because that's the stuff we read last week, I believe. Thank you for coming to class. If you have any questions, please email them to me because I want to go home and eat a burrito. Goodbye.